What's up, everybody? This is Kieran Reese, otherwise known as the Obsessive Compulsive Gamer, the O.C.G, and I'm super happy to hopefully be live streaming Clair Obscur, a game I wanted to play for a while. I see what you did there.
S'en va dans l'oubli éternel, et gustatum guardiam, dilim dilililila, lutes seradolilum, seram, dim dim da 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 dim da 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 dim da di dam, dim dim da 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 dim da 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 dim da di dam. Dans là sera ravi, les toits à sœur noir gris fera. Clair obscur, trouble de rature, trouvera effet. Clair obscur, dans des hauts peintures, trouvera sans elle. Clair obscur, trouble de rature.
If you're gonna give someone flowers, you should probably do it before they wither and die.
What, the flower? Or Sophie?
Ooh, dark. Sophie would approve. Hey, you said it, not me. The others are waiting for you. You're supposed to be helping with the festival.
With what? Putting up 3 tables? They'll manage.
You underestimate Lumiere's enthusiasm for the expedition. There's at least 5 tables.
Marvelous.
Have you tried throwing
One
your
second.
arm instead? If you could hit the paintress directly, that would actually be useful.
You know, hobbies don't always have to be useful. I'm enjoying the uselessness of today and readying my usefulness for tomorrow. And soon, I'll get to do a lot more than throw rocks.
That's what all the other expeditions said.
Hey, you know they gave their lives to lay the trail for us, right?
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
Yeah.
You still got a flower to give, no?
Yes. Just... I'm not sure how to start. After 4 years apart, what do I say to her on the day of her gamache?
You're asking me. I don't know. Sun's about to set, so be direct. Hey, Soph, been a while. Could we...
Prologue. Lumiere. Okay, so the game is called Clair Obscur Expedition 33. This game kind of took the world by storm. It was made by a bunch of people who were tired of AAA bullshit in games. They weren't being able to make the games they wanted to make, so they all banded together and made their own team to make this. And this game was kind of in the right place at the right time, and it basically took the world by storm. It got fucking rave reviews with many people saying that this is one of the greatest games ever made. And I'm a huge fan of RPGs, as I may have said before to you. I like a lot of genres of games, but RPGs are my favorite because I play games for the escapism, the feeling of being in another world, and no game genre does that for me more than an RPG. Yeah. So, it was already up my alley because it's a fantastical RPG. It was already up my alley because it's a fantastical RPG. And I love RPGs and I love fantastical. And everything I've seen has made me want to get it, and it was the game that recently came on sale. Yeah, you can kind of see why I'd be interested in it. It is stunning. And the setup is really unique. They live in this fantastical world that's made up of bits and pieces of other worlds from all different universes, basically, right? And there's this chick called the Paintress, and she writes that number. And every year, that number gets lower, and whoever is the age of the number dies instantly. So they're in this fantastical world. Yeah. They're in this fantastical world that's all beautiful and lovely, but they are basically watching a timer tick down to their deaths. And they are Expedition 33 because they are all 33. So, basically, yeah. They decide that they're going to somehow try to stop this mythical paintress. Because they have a year left to live. See what I'm saying? They're all 33. And the clock is on 34. So they're going to die no matter what in a year anyway. So like, fuck it, we're gonna try going out to stop this bitch. And that's the opening premise. Yep, exactly.
All right, let's go. I'll accompany you there. Are you ready to see her again?
Yeah. Been ready.
I set up these grapple shortcuts. Nice, huh? Don't tell your sister, though. I sort of borrowed the hooks from the Expedition Academy. Wish I had them when I was working as a courier.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been waiting for it to go on sale for a while now. And it did. I saw it on the store that it was on sale. And that's when I mentioned it to you. I didn't know it was on sale. And it didn't say how long. But the problem with me is I always want to be sure, so I weigh my options. And, double check, but I decided, you know what, fuck it, this is the game I wanted, I'm gonna go for it. And I wanted you to be there. I thought you could appreciate it.
Come on, Gustav, speed up a bit. Sophie will have already gamaged by the time you've arrived.
My head.
Can't believe Sophie already turned 33. She looks so much younger than you.
Thanks.
She's popular. I'm sure she already has a necklace full of flowers.
I can imagine.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
You look tense.
Yeah, yeah.
I know what you need. A little jewel.
No.
Come on, it'll loosen you up. You can't go and see Sophie all somber and tense. And if you win, I'll give you something you can use with your Lumina converter.
All right, you're on.
Yes!
A few months.
For those who come after.
Oh, damn. And the combat is kind of like a mixture of, the combat is kind of like a mixture of, turn-based and real-time.
You won. Now, don't you feel better? I see your smile. All right, now, let's go find Sophie. I saw her near the red and white tree.
Yeah,
Oh, the plaza is lively. Why people like to celebrate the Gommage is still a mystery to me, but oh well. The red and white tree. I've always found it beautiful. I don't really understand. You and Sophie broke up so long ago. But clearly you never got over her. Why'd you wait until today to say something? It's a bit late, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm assuming that's what it is too. Okay, the rope lets you slide down quickly. That's cool. And you can go up and down it. That's nifty. And I know the basic setup. I know the basic setup to this game, but I don't know anything else. I've avoided any plot spoilers, you know what I mean? Because I looked into it when it came on my radar, and I thought, oh man, this looks really cool, so I didn't want anything spoiled. So other than the basic setup,
Sophie's down there.
this is new.
Yeah, I know.
Good luck. I'll be here for you if things don't go as planned.
Thanks.
And yeah, this game is fucking stunning. Yeah. And this game was made by a pretty small team of like 30 people. Which, for a game of this quality, 30 people is fucking insane on a tiny budget. And like I said, this game kind of took the world by storm. Because it had very little marketing. Obviously, with the tiny budget, they didn't have a big promotional budget. And yet, it came at the right place, the right time, and became a fucking huge success.
The last few days meant everything.
Could we talk?
Gustav, I love you all.
That's for your, if there's room.
There's always room.
You know,
I
I'm
miss you.
sorry that... I
You
miss
don't need to... Okay.
You go.
No, you.
You know how I feel? I wish things had been... You know, I often think... Another path, you know, another future.
Still can't finish your sentences, can you?
Yep, that hasn't changed.
I missed that. I never faulted you for wanting to believe. You're fighting to change things. I understand, just... a different world, right?
We'll break the cycle, so she can't steal anyone else's future.
Stubborn people change the world. And you are the most stubborn person.
I'm guessing he wanted to fight her death, and she wanted to accept it, and that's what drove a wedge between them.
Thank you. Walk me to the harbor?
Yes.
Okay, now I'm playing as her. Interesting. Oh, I can swap characters. Huh, okay. Yeah, exactly. Like, she cut him off. It was like, oh, it'll be easier now. I will say this. So, the first Death Stranding, I know, bring it back to Death Stranding. The first Death Stranding has a really beautiful message. He said to be Katie. Yeah. The first Death Stranding, they talk about the last stranding that will kill all of humanity, what's left. And, because, the gate split open, it's what calls those BTs. But it's like the last stranding is the gate coming completely open. And, they're able to hold off the last stranding at the end of the first game, which is why there's even a second Death Stranding in the first place. And, his mother, basically, the one who's holding it off, it's a whole complicated thing. I'll explain it to you sometime. Oh, has it? Sorry. I have my controller over here. So, the whole thing is that they're fighting to save humanity and stop the last stranding that will kill everyone. And his mother, who basically is in control of the whole thing, I'm not going to go into details right now because we'll be here all day. But basically, she's like, I can postpone the last stranding. But I don't know how long. She's like, you would really continue to live when you have no idea how long you have left, when you're going to die eventually anyway, when you're all going to eventually die anyway. And he basically says yes. I'm going to fight for every day. We're going to fight for every day. There's hope for the future. And that, I brought up Death Stranding because that kind of strikes me in the case in this game. If I knew my days were numbered, I would still fight anyway. For every last moment that I could have. With you and with anyone else that I cared about. I would not go quietly.
Oh, hi, Sophie. So Gustav really did come, huh?
Yeah, he did.
I knew he would.
Has everybody already left?
Yeah. Everybody's heading to the harbour. Sophie!
Looks like you still have a lot of flowers left.
Well, there are less and less people to buy them. I just wish you didn't have to wear one.
Tiffany.
I should finish cleaning up here and join everyone at the harbour. See you.
See you.
See you.
See you.
I can't imagine what you're going through.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I've lived 33 good years. Look around. We've had our whole lives to prepare. We're all fine. Mostly.
I'm not fine.
You will be.
Oh, Sophie.
Yeah, exactly. Anything worth having is worth fighting for. And I will fight for every minute that I get with you.
Marie.
Your flowers? I didn't know about. I thought you were younger. And yet you didn't have children.
I'm not having this conversation with you again. Not today.
Do you care so little about the future of Lumiere? How can you be so selfish?
I'm not selfish enough to bring others into our doomed world. I know we are not many to think like this now.
I love you too, babe.
And it destroyed my relationship. The person I loved the most.
Oh, he wanted to have kids with her to keep going, and she declined.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'd like to spend this moment with him. And you should cherish this moment with your daughter.
Sorry. See you at the harbour.
Good luck, Mary.
Yeah, you know, I kind of see her point. Where it's like struggling to bring kids into a world where you know that they're going to die progressively younger. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I would struggle with that. Hey, little Timmy. I'm bringing you into this world under a fucking death sentence. Hope you didn't want to grow old. Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, right now it's like, it's gonna be 33 or 34, I guess. Okay, so like, unless you have kids insanely young, you are pretty much at this point guaranteed to be dead before they are of age. So it's like, if she had a kid, odds are they wouldn't even be fucking 18 by the time they croaked. So you're like, ah, I'm gonna leave you an orphan. Like, for sure.
Hey, you! You seem like a woman with exquisite taste. I just finished my sculpture of the legendary Esquier. This may be my life's finest work, yet not a single soul seems to care. How could I make it better?
Perhaps you could paint it. Add some color.
Paint it? Brilliant. I knew you were the right person to ask. Thank you for your insight.
You're most welcome.
I shall get to work tomorrow. I see you're wearing flowers. What's your name?
Sophie.
Sophie. As a thank you, I shall chisel your name onto the statue.
Oh, you don't have to.
But I will.
I absolutely love this world. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. But you know, each generation is going to have exponentially less time than the one that came before.
Something wrong?
The expeditions. What a joke.
Look at that belly! Look at the fluff! Not only that, but can you imagine how fucking depressing it would be to know when you're gonna die down to the fucking day? Dude, that would kill me. I mean, I would literally just spend my life ticking down to the end. I wouldn't take no joy from my life. If somebody offered, like, let's say somebody could predict when you die. I don't believe that they can, because I think there's a million variables. I don't believe that everything's predestined. But even if they could, I wouldn't want to know. So that I can have hope for tomorrow. Like, if I knew exactly how many days I would live, it would just fuck my life. I would not want to know. Look at the proof. Maybe I should become a cat masseuse. You're so tight in your shoulders, Echo.
All they do is leave us here to die. They're just escaping.
You know their goal is to save us all, right?
Yes, that's what my father told me last year, before he left for Expedition 34. And here we are again this year. We could have spent one more year together instead of wasting it away.
Your father fought to offer you a better future.
I have no future. I know it and I've accepted it. We're doomed.
You never know. This expedition might be different. There are some special people in this one.
Yeah, right.
Gustav, why don't you show her some of your fighting skills to prove her wrong?
Okay. Randomly get into a battle, alright. Okay, it's on a balloon. Yeah. Look at that belly. I really do spoil this fucking cat, I swear. I got you. About to have my third monster for the day. Fuck it. I'm trying to stay awake till at least 9 my time. If I go to bed now, I'll have to be up in under 2 hours to take my medicine anyway, so.
Let me take death!
This guy is strong.
They all train their picto skills very hard to save us all. And so did your father.
Then, Madame, why didn't you join?
Me?
I got some sleep, not as much as I would have liked.
I'm content with my life. I know what I can and cannot change. Or maybe because I was afraid.
Do you think I should join the expedition?
My friend Ciel always says, do your best. Either it works or it doesn't. Live your life as you want.
I don't want to have regrets. I don't have that much time.
When the time comes, you'll make the right decision. I'm sure.
Thank you. Now I think I know. Give this to your boyfriend. My father gave it to me, but it might be more useful for him.
When the time comes.
Thank you.
Why does Manon keep saying, death comes to us all?
You haven't heard that before?
No.
Unofficial expedition motto. You never heard Lucien say it either. It's one of his favorites.
I think he prefers We're already dead. You're just catching up.
Yeah, I heard that one recently.
I don't know. Kinda nice in a way. Having a deadline forces you to prioritize. It's a bit freeing as we get closer to the end.
You can really find the silver lining in everything, can't you?
No, it's just... things don't always work out the way we want. No use getting upset, you know? Use what we can, leave what we can't.
Plus, I've been taking it easier on the monsters lately anyway, so might as well go ham now. I'm enjoying being up in this moment with you. Look at that, the pussy just can't stay away from me.
Not everyone attends the living wake or goes to the harbour for the gamache. Some prefer more intimate goodbyes.
Okay, they go out fucking. Okay. Well, there are worse ways to go out.
Hi, Gustav. You're back. Oh, did you want to pick out a different flower?
No, the one you suggested earlier was perfect.
Oh, I'm glad. These garlands are our last farewell. I want them all to feel special. I have a garland saved for you, too. But it's not a farewell garland. It will be a welcome home garland. Good luck, my friend.
Thanks, Ophelia.
I absolutely love this universe already.
Oh, Nuna's playing. You two would make a cute couple.
If you say so.
Or maybe something already happened, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I hate that's going on. It's funny how the social workers fucking work, too. They're so fucking uppity on certain parents. Well, we gotta make sure you meet the standard of care. Do you know how many children are fucking neglected in the UK, in America, and all that? You know, that they're not fucking watching out for, that nobody gives a fuck about, that their parents are beating them and nobody cares? It's funny how that happens. Never mind the fact that the foster care system is just fundamentally fucked. Not just in America, like everywhere. It's fucked. It's basically like fucking juvie. Most of the kids get fucking abused. So let's take somebody. Let's take somebody, that's trying to do well for their kids, and let's say, well, you don't have this, this, and this, and this, so fuck you. And it's just a tremendous source of government overreach, in my opinion. Not to mention the fact that our government is bitching about the birth rate declining, as the birth rate has declined significantly in the past few decades, and they're always encouraging people to have kids, and then when they can't afford to have the kids, or they can't afford to have kids according to them, they say, well, you shouldn't have kids you can't afford, and exactly, yeah. how many kids do you know of, did you hear of, that got beat by their parents, molested, and nobody stepped in to do anything, but people who were trying their best, well, fuck them. It's fucking insane. And really, really dumb. And nobody I've ever talked to who's a foster kid, I've talked to a few, didn't have fucking trauma from it. Unless, okay, the exception is, unless they're wealthy and they were adopted, you know, from a special agency from birth, then they'll have fine. But I'm saying, like, the common foster system, I have never heard one person say, oh yeah, that was fun. And it also further complicates the whole abortion thing. We were talking about abortion the other day, and it's like, you know, they're like, well, if you don't want the kid, just give them up for adoption. Well, it's kind of hard to recommend that option either when it's that bullshit. Yeah, exactly. And, you know, like, Jesus, Scott. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Fuck. That sucks. I'm happy you're here, though. Welcome to the channel. And sorry that, you know, came into stream and it brought up old memories, bad memories. Yeah, I understand that all too well, man. You know, I definitely understand that. Humor is how I cope. But, yeah, also very true. Most comedians actually deal with depression and they use comedy as an outlet for their pain. I definitely use humor to cope with my pain. But, so, it's just fucked. It's a fucked situation, you know? And Elon Musk gets on my nerves because he has this thing about, oh, the population is low. The population is low. Oh, we need to have kids fucking now. Oh. And, you know, he's like, they just don't want to have kids. And it's like, okay, dude. Not everybody can have 13 fucking kids. Okay? And for one, and for two, he is literally part of the fucking problem why we don't have more kids. People can't afford to have kids. Have you noticed that there's a correlation between when people were paid a living wage and when they're not, and when they had a lot of kids and when they don't have kids? It's a struggle to afford having one fucking kid in this economy. There's many people who don't have kids because they can't fucking afford them. And you don't have kids, you know, in a fucking poverty. The fucking minimum wage doesn't work. It doesn't work. The whole point of the minimum wage, right, was supposed to be the minimum wage to live a decent life. Not living at the fucking Ritz, but to live a decent life. To be able to raise a family. The minimum wage for that. So that everybody could have a family. Could have a decent life. And the dollar gradually went up in price, and then they would raise the minimum wage. They would raise the minimum wage. They would raise the minimum wage. So price would go up, minimum wage go up. And then in the 90s, They just said, oh, we're going to stop raising the minimum wage. I think it was like 1995. We have now been at the same minimum wage for over 30 fucking years. Now, in that time period, from like 1995 to now, look at how much the prices have skyrocketed. And yet the minimum wage hasn't gone up. It's a fucking problem. And they have statistically, scientifically shown that almost fucking nowhere in the United States of America, at least, okay, is minimum wage enough to live off of. Not even for your family. For yourself. Why, you know, they're always like making fun of millennials, you know, my generation millennials. Like, oh, they live with their parents forever. Oh, you know, oh, they have 80 roommates. Yeah, we live with our parents forever. We have 80 roommates because we can't fucking afford to live on our own. You know, a guy working at McDonald's in the 50s could afford to have a fucking house and kids and a car. Try having a family on a McDonald's salary now as a fry cook. And that's like across the fucking board. The minimum wage, you know, and it's always portrayed as this partisan thing, like, oh, the Democrats want the minimum wage, and oh, the Republicans don't. But the truth of the matter is, it should be changed not because of partisan, but because the minimum wage no longer does what it was made for. The minimum wage is objectively failing the criteria it was created to fill. This is the minimum wage to live a decent life off of. It is impossible. It's hardly possible to live off of it at all. And they're like, you know, and I've seen people say, oh, if they raise the minimum wage, it'll fuck small businesses. I mean, not fucking really. Maybe in the short term. But that's not really the point. It should be fucking government subsidized. That's what a minimum wage is for. And instead, you know, it just doesn't work. Like, I was back in like 2016, I was working at Walmart. Yes, exactly. Back in 2016, I was working at Walmart, and I was making like $10 an hour. I think I made like $10.50 because I worked at Walmart, and then they paid you an extra 50 cents an hour. Worked the night shift. I worked the graveyard shift, and I still couldn't afford to live on my own. I was getting paid $3.50 above minimum wage, and I still could not live any fucking where in by myself. And I didn't live in a big city. I lived in a small town. So even getting paid $3.50 over minimum wage in a small town where obviously the rent is a lot cheaper, I couldn't afford to fucking live by myself. And that was in 2016. That was fucking 9 years ago. It's gotten so much worse since then. You know? And it's always, oh god, I'm not trying to get overly political. It just pisses me off. And, you know, we're talking about childcare. And circling back around to what I've started to say, that's why Elon Musk gets on my nerves, because he's just like, well, they've lost the will to have kids. No, fucktard, they can't afford it. It's easy for you to tell people to have more fucking kids when you can afford tons of kids, when you can just pay them to go away and never see them again. Okay? It's a lot more different when you're barely trying to get by, you know? So, yes, obviously, when we went from big families where people could afford to have 5, 6, 7, 8 kids, to now they struggle to support one, there's going to be a birth rate decrease. And it has nothing to do with, I mean, there's some people don't want to have kids, but it's not really that they don't have the will, it's they can't fucking afford it. And then the people that do pay a good chunk of the minimum wage basically treat the people like fucking slaves, like Amazon. I've known people who worked at Amazon. I would never fucking work there. And I would not wish that on my worst enemy. They'll be like, well, we pay you $50 an hour, but we're going to work you to death. I mean, literally, there's this, okay, one time in Amazon, I think it was last year, a couple years ago. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. They, a year ago, 2 years ago, somewhere in recent memory, they had a guy fucking die on the Amazon floor. And they were told to stop gawking and get back to work. And they actually had to work the better part of a shift around this guy's dead fucking body. Imagine that. Somebody is literally fucking collapses and dies from being overworked in front of you, and they're just like, yeah, no, you gotta work around the body, man. We can't have you interrupted for anything. Like, Jesus Christ. That is like some fucking Orwellian 1984 shit right there. And like, that actually happened. You know what I mean? That's not a rumor. Like, they got sued over it. I think whoever sued them won. And fucking right. But of course, Amazon didn't change their practices. People literally who work at Amazon have fucking piss bottles. They have fucking piss bottles. Because they can't afford to take a break to go to the fucking bathroom. And this is not some obscure employer. This is fucking Amazon. You know, and no insurance, no nothing, you know, like people used to be subjected to brutal working conditions in factories, man. But a lot of factory jobs have a fucking union and have insurance. Isn't it kind of crazy? Yeah. Okay? And they can't afford to lose any money. It's like, dog, Jeff Bezos is like the second richest man on the fucking planet. And you're telling me that they can't afford to lose a little bit of money. No, you know? And, you know, and I'm sorry, I know I'm getting off track or whatever. I just have a lot to say. I've tried to tell people this. There is not a problem with having money. With having a lot of money. Because they equate anybody who's rich as bad, yada yada yada, so on and so forth. There's not a problem with having a lot of money. The problem is when you want all of the money. When you want to control a proportion of the wealth for the world. Like, Jeff Bezos could not spend all of his money if he fucking tried. And, you know, and me and my dad were talking about this, and we've talked about it several times. But it used to be that they, you know, we had tons of people like Jeff Bezos and, you know, Elon Musk. But the difference is that they paid their fucking taxes. Or the solution that we had that worked, that helped build America, right? Is we would give them a tax break. We would let them off their taxes if they contributed back to society. So, you know, like in America, which you've been in America, you've seen it, we have all these J.D. Rockefeller this, J.D. Rockefeller that. The majority of those places sprang up because he was a fucking billionaire. And he was basically the Jeff Bezos of his time. And the government was like, well, you know, we could tax you, or you could invest in infrastructure, open up schools, open up hospitals. And it was a fucking win-win because he didn't get taxed like they could tax him, but they contributed back to society. It's like, okay, I'm taking a lot of money from the country that I'm then reinvesting into the country. You know, you're letting me skate by with less taxes than I might pay, and in exchange, I'm building schools, I'm building hospitals, I'm building fucking roads, railroads, and it worked. And now, they don't pay a cent in taxes, so they just take, and they don't give anything back. You know, it's kind of crazy that I have paid more in taxes than fucking Elon Musk has. And you know, his fucking Elon Musk suckers will say, well, a few years ago, he paid $5 million in taxes. Okay? Dude, he's worth $200 billion. 1 year, he paid $5 million? That's like literally fucking pocket change for him. That's like, you know how like you're looking in your couch and you find some spare change? That's literally what that was for him one fucking time. Yeah, exactly. And what's crazy to me is that our government, and most of the world's government, it's not just an American thing, mind you, has ceded control to these corporations, and it's like, why? These corporations don't have the power, the fucking government has the power. You can't put a price on legislature. No, he was, yeah. And if I was Trump right now, I'd be asking for a refund. Haha. He's not even in Doge anymore. So, like, what? Did he paid billions of dollars so he could dick ride Trump and run around to White House parties for like 2 months? That's a ripoff. Not that I care about him being ripped off. But, you know, like, we have our government ceding power to these corporations when our government should be the fucking seat of power. I mean, I'm not one for government overreach. I think that a government has to exist, that there has to be checks and balances. There has to be checks and balances of some kind, or it's just anarchy, but I believe that it should be as minimal as possible. That the government should only step in for things that they absolutely have to, and should let the people handle their own business their own way more often than not. There has to be some kind of government presence there, but I want it to be as minimal as it can be. But if there's going to be an absolute fucking seat of power, it should be the government, not Elon Musk. It's like, dude, Elon Musk is like, well, I have a lot of money. It's like, dude, we have the right to literally deport you. You are literally only here because we fucking said that you could be here. And you think you're the one with the power in that exchange. Dog, that's what I'm saying. You know, it's like, well, money, that's the only thing that's worth more than money in terms of power. Political power, okay? Money can do a lot of things. Money can't change the fucking legislature. You know? And, you know, let's have fucking Elon Musk go against literally any U.S. president. And I'm saying go against them in terms of seeing who has more sway over this country. Even Trump. So, you know, it's just fucked. And yeah, I know I ranted and rambled and got off topic, but, you know. It's just kind of segued, like I said, like, you know, literally, I mean, it's like so fucking on the nose, like, can't see the forest from the trees. Elon Musk is sitting there bitching about us not having enough kids, when he is one of the main contributing factors on why people aren't having fucking kids. You can't write that shit. You can't make that shit up, man. And then, when really objectively poor people, poverty people, have kids, and they have to rely on government assistance, then they get blamed for relying on government assistance. It's like, so you want us to have kids, or you don't? Exactly, yeah.
You really think you're doing something, eh? Out there?
Maxine, you're drunk.
None of you ever come back. You go and you take our resources and you waste it all on a fucked up hero adrenaline fantasy. And still, she kills us.
You should go home. Where's your daughter?
Where do you think? Mourning her mother on the anniversary of her death. Of all their deaths.
Then maybe you should be with her.
I can't look at her. She's just another reminder that nothing we do matters. Nothing. We hope and we persevere, and still they die. They all die and we can't stop it. We can't save them. We bring another generation into this world just so they can watch us die before they're even old enough to understand why.
That's why we're going. We can save them. With our Lumina tech. The Paintress...
The Paintress? What? What's a scrawny shit like you gonna do to the Paintress, eh? We're already dead. You're just catching up.
Maxime.
Forget it. Bon voyage.
Jesus. Not that I blame him. We all handle grief in our own way, and it's a bleak fucking situation to be in. I also kind of enjoyed the juxtaposition of this game between the light and dark.
This lady truly is exquisite.
In love?
Not quite. I am only in love with her art. My inspiration has been quite lacking recently. Nobody buys paintings anymore. Just because she is called the Paintress doesn't mean painting is evil.
Your canvas seems quite empty.
I need inspiration. But you, I can see you're in love. With this fine gentleman, I suppose.
We broke up.
That is of no consequence in the matters of love. But it is this passion I so fiercely desire in my painting. I know. How about showing me a dance of love and sorrow? I am also the official painter of the opera. Will you help me? If you inspire me, you may become the main painting of Lumiere's opera. Fantastic. You may start. Here, gorgeous lady, take this paintbrush and show me your wrath.
Okay, I guess.
Come on, dodge your lady's beautiful moves. That was splendid. One more time. Sublime. One last time. That was splendid. Splendid. I was so enthralled that I completed the painting in an instant.
Oh, wow.
It's nice to know something of us will remain in the world after today.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It is I who should thank you. It was a moving dance. I will propose it for the new opera painting.
That's a beautiful painting.
I feel it wasn't that impressive, but okay.
Love will always be impressive. Also, take this as a gesture of appreciation. I see your not boyfriend is an expeditioner. It may prove useful.
please.
Yeah, ended it instantly.
Sometimes I feel sorry for her.
Who? The
Yeah, not sure.
Petrus?
Look at her. She looks sad. Maybe she's a prisoner too. Stuck in the same cycle with us. Silly, huh?
Only you could choose empathy at a moment like this.
It's one of the few choices I can make.
I couldn't do it.
It's okay. You don't have to.
Oh, hi, Sophie.
Oh, Mael. I didn't expect to see you here.
I'm volunteering to help guide children who are losing their parents to the orphanage. Those who weren't registered for foster families.
How kind of you.
I guess I can relate.
Take care during the expedition. Gustav told me a lot of wonderful things about you.
About you too. I always told him you two should never have broken up.
Look at these orphans. That's where we disagreed. But I have hope that you and Gustav will change things. So no one has to go through this impossible choice again.
Yeah. Let's hope we will.
See you.
In the next life.
Pretty much, yeah.
The paintress is going to punish you, you blasphemers. The Gamage is
Oh,
the
no.
fault. We brought this upon ourselves because we dared to defy her.
Well, I guess there's bound to be some religious nut.
Another one of these paintress worshippers. Has to ignore him.
Okay. The fuck is that? Weird mime. It literally says a weird mime.
Hello? Gustav, help!
Okay, the mime is attacking. Well, you never know.
For those who come after.
Oh shit, I did it.
That was close. Thanks, Gustav. Did someone build this? There's something on its body.
You have to be crazy to use pictos on your own body.
Why? Aren't you enjoying the show?
Nah, the show's great, but etching chroma onto your skin. Oh, just for a dance. I'll stick to painting pictos on my machines. I'm not cuckoo enough to put them on my body.
Could be useful, though. The expeditions rely on them quite heavily.
Yeah, they're crazy too. But at least you can remove pictos pretty easily if you change your mind.
I love this setting. For just so you know, the whole game is not French like this. This is where they come from. There's a lot of weird and fantastical locations from different universes put together.
I'll see you soon enough.
I tell you what. A movie that I really love that I don't think gets enough love. It's called Mirror Mask. And it kind of reminds me of this a little bit.
Please, don't forget me.
That was useless. I'm coming.
I've always loved the harbor.
It was written by Neil Gaiman, who I've been a fan of. Just want to make sure I've seen and done everything here. I'll move on. Okay, I think I have.
I see you're apprentices.
Oh.
Gustav!
What?
Here, Sophie asked us to bring you your coat.
We sewed up the sleeves so you don't have to keep rolling it up.
You guys know how to sew?
Sophie helped us. Turns out it's not that hard. You really should have done this ages ago.
You did this?
Gentlemen, that was supposed to be between us, yeah? I wanted to do something for you.
Soph. Thanks, guys. This is great. Thank you.
See you at the festival?
Don't leave without saying goodbye.
Yeah, of course not. What? I know that face.
You mean a lot to them. I can tell.
Yeah, they mean a lot to me too. Legacy can take many forms, right?
Yeah.
You told me that.
Right.
Why?
I wanted to see you wearing it.
Oh, you like uniforms now?
This too is your legacy.
In a way. It's yours too.
Esti tornere marina, esti l'inaki soledad, tona l'ora tovla, alina. Lista surano taki, le noir, tonare fuego.
I think he's waiting for her to die first. Oh wow, they just fade away.
I'm here.
Yeah. Shit. Wow. That was a fucking insane intro. No, it's not over yet, okay? And see, like, we're talking about games have caught up to movies. That opening was on par with any movie. They keep acting like games need to catch up to movies. Games have caught up to movies. Yeah.
There you are. You can't hide from us, you know. Like I said, mourning's best done with friends.
Lucian,
What? It is. Grieving alone's the worst.
where's mine?
Santé, les amis.
Santé.
Yeah, no, I could use a drink.
Five tables this year. You see that? Told you we'd beat the 34s. Even my Elle showed up, and she hates these things. Wanna go take a look?
I don't... Maybe later. I'll catch up. I'm okay. I'm okay. You go.
Yeah. Time for a refill anyway.
There's an excess of wine, again. Thank you, sister, for her generosity.
Oh, and try to enjoy yourself. Don't drink alone, you weirdo.
Yeah, right. Enjoy myself.
Oh, okay, now it's nighttime. Also really pretty.
I should check on Maya. She's probably alone, as usual. Let's at least check on Maya and my apprentices.
Have you, you know who Charlie Cox is?
Hey, Gustav. Check out the new pictos I made.
Looks a bit rough. You sure it works?
Have you ever seen Daredevil? The Daredevil show on Netflix? Or Stardust?
I've been working on this for months. It's my personal masterpiece.
Your personal masterpiece seems a little... unorthodox?
It's dead useful, trust me. Come on, give it a whirl.
Sure, why not?
Well, first of all, Stardust is one of my favorite movies. Second of all, Stardust is Neil Gaiman, just so you know. Third of all, the main star of Stardust is Charlie Cox, who plays Gustav in this game, the main character.
Great. I'll trade it for one token.
Not a chance.
Your loss.
Hey, Amandine. Having fun?
Oh, hey, handsome. Perfect timing. I'm styling everyone before we ship out. Gotta look sharp when we hit the paintress, eh?
Certainly important. Can you style me up too?
On it. Just bring me a token first.
Nah, I'm good. But thanks. These all yours?
You gonna lecture me on drinking?
I wouldn't dare. Just calculating how much it'll hurt to catch up.
You can start now. Here, let's have a toast to Sophie, who was always unapologetically Sophie. My fierce and loving friend.
To Soph. Seriously though, this is gonna hurt tomorrow.
Tomorrow comes, but it ain't here yet. I'm not crossing the sea sober.
Sober's better than deathly hungover.
No, not for that.
Ah.
Go have some drinks.
Yeah.
Gustav! Come drink with me.
I'm pacing myself tonight.
Ah, you're so boring. It's our last night. Who knows when we'll be back?
I like that you say when and not if.
What can I say? I'm an optimist. Or an idiot. Depends on who you ask.
Hello there, Gustav. Perhaps one of these artifacts may prove useful to your mission.
Colette, you've been holding out on us. What are these?
Relics from before the fracture, passed down through the generations. The Council deemed them trinkets, but I think otherwise.
That's kind of you to share.
I may not be able to join the expedition, but I'd still like to help. One token is all I ask.
Ah, I should have known. I need to think about it.
Gustav! Just the man I wanted to see.
You want a rematch, don't you?
Well, it's my last chance, isn't it?
After tomorrow, you'll be the undisputed expert on expedition history.
That's tomorrow. What about today?
Who am I to deny you? Fire away.
How many years ago was the fracture?
You're kidding. This is your question.
Yes. When did our world break apart and our luminous city get thrown into the middle of the ocean? When was the fracture?
"100 years ago.
Really, Gustav? I gave you such an easy question. Come on, try again. How many...
You're kidding.
Yes.
67 years ago.
Brilliant. I concede. You are the undisputed expert on Lumieran history.
What are you talking about? Every child knows this. The monolith's essentially a reverse calendar, counting down since the fracture happened in year 100.
All right, fine. Another one then. Which was the first expedition to depart for the continent?
Expedition 0.
Correct. That still annoys me. They left in year 100. They should be called Expedition 100. Makes no sense. Lumiere will be long gone before the monolith hits 0. All right, last one. Get it right and maybe I'll give you a token. What is Illumina?
Abilities you internalize by using a Pictos in battle after enough times.
Well done, well done.
Not really. I mean, I created the Lumina converter, so...
I hereby officially end our feud. With your departure, Lumiere loses a brilliant light.
I love you. Go down right now.
And a good friend.
You big softy.
All right. Here's a token. Go and spend it on something.
Commander?
Gustav, saw you with Sophie. You talked?
Yeah, yeah. Where's your daughter?
Leona's upset. Doesn't want to see me.
Shit.
It's okay. She doesn't need to understand. As long as she gets to live.
Yeah.
I'm counting on you.
No pressure, huh?
Oh no. Lots of pressure. You and Lune and your Lumina tech, that's our edge.
Thanks, but that's not... Everyone has a role. Lucien, Tristan, Catherine, and you made us into a... We have a really good team, thanks to you. That's our edge.
Tomorrow comes, my friend.
Doesn't it always?
All right, I'm gonna